Welcome to Inch online fashion designing class. Today, let us see how to make a continuous opening, which is also called one-piece placket. For this, let us cut out sample pieces of front and back borders. So I would kindly recommend the beginners to first try on a sample piece before doing it on the main fabric. I have cut out two pieces, one for front and the other for the back. Here the length I've taken it as 9 inches and the width 8 inches. This opening is more suitable for children's garments, sari petticoat, and is used on sleeve opening where a cuff or a band is used. This opening is mainly done on the back side of the garment. So here show the difference of the front and the back borders by making the neck of the front deeper and the back higher. And mark RS for right side and WS for wrong side, so that this will make it easy for you to work better. Now let us mark the length of the opening on the wrong side of the back piece. So on the wrong side of the back piece, I have marked the length and named it as AB. So AB is 5 inches here. Now cut out a placket piece. A placket piece is nothing but the piece which is used to complete an opening is called a placket piece. So mention RS for right side and WS for wrong side. So here the length of the placket piece is twice the length of the opening. So here AB is 5 inches. So the length of the placket piece is twice, which is 5 plus 5, 10 inches plus 1 inch seam allowance. And the width of the placket piece is 1.75 inches. So here decide on the width of the finished placket. So here my width of the finished placket is going to be half an inch. So half an inch on the front, half an inch on the back, plus 3/4 inch seam allowance. So totally that makes it 1.75 inches. Now cut along this AB line. And put this placket piece in such a way that the right side of the placket should face the wrong side of the main fabric. So here right side facing the wrong side of the main fabric. Okay, so match it in such a way that you have 1/4 inch extra at the top edge. Now we are going to stitch with 1/4 inch of seam allowance. So let us start stitching with 1/4 inch of seam allowance, and you see to it both the placket piece and the main fabric matches exactly without any differences at the opening here. So start with 1/4 inch of seam allowance, and as we go down to point B, the stitch has to taper slowly. It has to taper slowly at point B. It has to come very close to point B. See to it you stitch on both the layers. So start stitching with 1/4 inch of seam allowance. Start with the back stitch. See to it you're matching it equally. Taper the stitch gradually to point B. So with the needle inside, lift the presser foot and bring the other half down. So the other half is available for you to stitch now. So match the placket piece and the main fabric So here again gradually we are increasing it to 1/4 inch. End with a back stitch. Now turn the fabric and check whether you have any creases or pull at point B. In case if you have a pull, it means the stitch is not exactly at the edge of point B. So in case if you have a pull, make a notch here at point B or rip it out and do it again. Don't pull the fabric here at point B because we have stitched it very close to the edge, so the stitches might rip out. So once this is fine, now turn the fabric to the right side, turn the main fabric. Now I'm going to stretch it out like this. I'm going to press the seam allowance facing the placket piece. So press the seam allowance flat. You can either iron it or press it flat. Now fold the seam allowance of the placket piece, turning inside, and place this piece in such a way that it covers the stitch which is made here. Now don't try to overlap it too much. So this should be just enough to cover the stitch. And the width of this should be 1/2 inch or maximum could be 3/4 inch, not more than that. So you can fold the seam allowance inside and place it like this. So let me pin this up in position, so this makes it easy for me to stitch. So let us start stitching at the edge of the fold. Now let's turn the piece, crease it out well or iron it out well. So now this is how your opening is. So decide which side you want the extension and the fold to come. So now here I'm going to hold the placket pieces together and give a diagonal stitch. So the reason is, if I don't give a diagonal stitch, this opens out widely. So place the placket piece one over the other, hold it and give a diagonal stitch. So it has to taper towards the fabric, main fabric here. Don't stitch on the main fabric. So now this is secured. cut off the extra fabric at the top edge. So here I have completed this fold piece with hemming. So this is secured to the main fabric with hemming. And now it is ready to fix buttons. You can have the buttons on the fold piece and loops on the extension piece. So in the next video, we will see how to complete the neckline with the piping. Thank you.